And welcome back, Gamer Nation. SKS here with another episode. I think we're up to episode 15 of Law and Order Legacies. Doom doom. This
Defense
judge.
calls Wanda Schuyler to the witness stand.
Wanda?
I know
She
this
never
is
changes
difficult for you,
clothes.
Miss Schuyler, but I want you to recall for us the moment you stepped into Jenna Bauer's apartment on January 1st.
It was like stepping off a cliff, you know?
Because of your feelings for Mrs. Bauer, you mean? Because you cared about her so much?
No, it's leading. Bullshit.
Objection!
He didn't point. I want him to point every time.
Leading?
Sustained.
Would you say you had a personal connection with Aaron Bauer?
Yes, I did. Aaron, he was a great kid. Talented.
They always
young
say
man.
that.
He wanted to be a comic book artist when he grew up. He and I had a little private game where he pretended I was a superhero.
But he didn't say or do anything in the last few months to indicate his home life was deteriorating?
No, you know how boys can be at his age. Stoic. He probably thought it would
Stoic?
be unmanly or disloyal to tattle on his mom.
Oh, it's bullshit. You don't know. Yeah.
Objection.
Let's throw it out here just in case. She's not an expert. Speculating, misleading. It could be
A
speculation.
witness is speculating about the victim's motivations.
Sustained. Please confine yourself to your own impressions.
How
Yeah.
long have you been employed with Good Shepherd, Miss Schuyler?
Too long.
It'll be 3 years in April.
And in that time, has Dr. Montrose ever encouraged you to be negligent in your duties?
Yes.
Not at all, no. Dr. Montrose is an inspiration. He knows firsthand how broken the system is, and he's completely passionate about reforming it. It's energizing.
Reforming
I
it.
only wish... I just wish this hadn't happened to him. I mean, to all
Oh
of us.
my god,
Of
can I?
course. We all do. Your witness.
Oh my god, are you serious? I feel like that I could shit something more sincere than that. Condition of the... I guess we're going to ask about this.
Miss Schuyler, Dr. Montrose has testified that you visited the Bowers in their apartment on Christmas Day. At that time, did you find any indications that Jenna Bauer had lapsed back into her addiction to crystal meth?
I didn't see any... I never made that visit. I don't have an excuse. I simply failed to do my job, and then I faked the report after the fact to cover up.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Dr. Montrose.
That's not what you said at the deposition. Are you changing your testimony, Miss Schuyler?
I guess so.
Were you briefed about this? Your Honor, prosecution was unprepared for this development. We petitioned the court for a continuance.
Petition granted. We will resume trial next week.
Oh my god. What? This case is just taking a turn for the worse. The juror doesn't know what to make of Wanda Schuyler's testimony. To win it over, you'll need to convince the witness to change sides. Oh my... What? Are you serious? We were doing so well and now this bullshit happens? Okay.
I've been at the bar 30 years, Miss Jameson, but I don't think I've ever witnessed such a blatantly unethical maneuver. Instructing a witness to change her testimony without altering the deposition.
Jesus
You
Christ.
have no grounds for accusing me of complicity.
You'd better hope I don't find any. Now,
Damn.
why are you protecting Dr. Montrose?
She's banging
Don't
him.
let yourself be intimidated, Miss Schuyler. You don't have to answer anything.
No, but you do have to go to jail if you're found guilty of falsifying documents.
We need you to come clean. Please.
Apply the principles, appeal the self-interest, appeal to Aaron's memory. Yeah, the kid.
If
He's
you're
the weak
telling the truth about forging that report, then you must have lied when you said you cared about Aaron.
That's not true. I did care. We had a bond.
Do you believe her? She's... Oh, I get it. I get it. Before I hit yes. The comic book. She's Wanda. The Wanda woman. Aaron's got Wonder Woman drop. Yes! I told you. I just connected to me.
Why would you neglect your duties towards someone you care about?
Well, duh, Wonder Woman.
You mentioned on the stand something about a private game between you and Aaron.
It was just a silly joke. It didn't mean anything.
It did to him, I think.
Aww.
You were his hero, but you failed.
You have to understand.
Wanda, be quiet.
Oh.
I can't. You know I believe in Dr. Montrose, but I just can't. You'd better go.
I represent you.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah! Yes! We're going to hang him up. Oh, I shouldn't say that. He's black. But anyway, we're going to win this
What's
case.
the real story?
No, I wanted to hear it. Come on. Why are you doing this to me?
Miss Schuyler, I hold here your personal copy of a visitation report
He's
dated
so...
December 25th,
Oh, I can't read
signed
the
by
mouse
you
over
and
there.
Dr. Montrose.
Montrose over there is so into it. Well, I guess we'll talk about this.
Did you write this report?
No.
Who did?
Dr.
Dr.
Montrose.
Montrose.
Yeah!
This is your signature.
He forged
Yes.
it. Why did you sign? When did you sign? Dr. Montrose's motivation. I guess it'd be why.
If you didn't write this report, why did you put your name on it?
He said Dr. Montrose told me
Oh, good lord.
tragedy as a pretext for legal action, taking over the agency, putting my name.
Okay, what just happened was, I don't know, like the whole thing minimized. But anyway, she illegally signed it, and so does evidence fit with the story? We're going to say yes. I hope I don't lose the first part of that. I'll have to re-record it. Let's see. Schiff told McCoy that the city wants to take over. The defense attorney accused the good shipper is now public. Mrs. Bauer expressed a concern that she be dropped as a client. Went public. Dr. Montrose told the detectives that working with the city would lead to the city taking over. Okay, I got that. I really guessed on that one. Alright, when did you sign? Last visit?
When did you sign this document?
January 2nd.
The day after you discovered Aaron Bauer was dead.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
When did you last visit him?
When did you last visit Jenna and Aaron Bauer?
Last spring?
Oh my
8 months
god.
ago.
Oh my god. Did something relevant happen last spring? I don't know what happened. The Bowers arrived. Last visit. Dr. Montrose's book was published. Wanda Scholar hired by... Was his book published then? Was she hired? Maybe that. I don't... Oh, it was right. I didn't know on that one. I just guessed.
Just after Dr. Montrose's book was published.
Yes, that's when things started getting really crazy for all of us. We were flooded with new clients. There was no way we could keep up with them. And then one day, Dr. Montrose called us into his office and told us about his new early graduation program.
Early graduation program?
Tell us about Dr. Montrose's early graduation program.
He said he determined that a number of our clients no longer needed our services.
Okay.
According to state guidelines.
No.
No. According to his own guidelines. He called them his early graduates. He mailed each of them a certificate and a one-time payment of $1,000 in exchange for...
Oh.
In exchange for them keeping quiet.
Yes.
Your witness.
Oh, wow.
We need to talk.
Oh, yeah, I bet we do. Oh.
Ready to cut a deal?
My fate is immaterial, Mr. McCoy. My sole concern is to keep the reform movement from falling apart.
Very noble. What are you proposing?
Dr. Montrose pleads to negligence and serves a 12-month probation.
Oh,
He
bullshit.
agrees to step aside and allow an acting director to run Good Shepherd for the length of the term.
Oh, what an example of self-sacrifice that is. I've got a better idea, Dr. Montrose.
20 years. I think he didn't kill anybody, but gross negligence, yes.
Gross negligence, 4 years, and a $10,000 fine for falsifying documents. You step away from Good Shepherd permanently. The courts will appoint the next director.
Just walk away? Permanently? Mr. McCoy, that agency is my mission.
And maybe the time has come when that mission can be carried on more effectively by someone else.
Oh.
It's a good offer, Dr. Montrose. Think about it.
He's not going to take it.
Dr. Montrose has devoted his life to helping those who have been failed by the system. But some, sadly, are beyond help. And sometimes a good agency can be undone by the actions of one dishonest employee. If Wanda Schuyler hadn't failed to discharge her duties, and then compounded her failure with lies, might Good Shepherd have been able to save Jenna and Aaron Bauer? We'll never know. It's a bitter irony that a champion of reform should fail to spot the corruption among his own staff. He can be faulted, perhaps, for being too trusting, too optimistic about human nature. Surely this is no crime. But if my client is convicted of these charges, if he's sent to jail and his reform movement is crushed by the powers that be, it will be more than a crime. It will be an outrage.
An outrage? Whatever. Burn this guy at the stake. Like a suit. Montrose is a destabilizing gadfly. He abandoned his clients. Beware reformers. Montrose agenda blinded him. Montrose panicked and covered his tracks. He did do that. His book did blind him, but we need to start with this.
Dr. Montrose made his name arguing that our welfare system treats his clients like numbers. He proposed to treat them with dignity as individuals. His message resonated with millions, and he became famous. But the demands of celebrity caused him to neglect his own
Demands of
principles.
celebrity.
In the end, his own clients were reduced to numbers. Numbers on checks.
Bam. His agenda.
Children belong with their parents. This is a sentiment that resonates with us, and we can be grateful that Dr. Montrose's advocacy has helped push our welfare system to take the claims of parents more seriously. But not every individual case conforms to the ideal. In the case of Jenna and Aaron Bauer, the defendant's ideals blinded him to the realities of the case and led him to make a serious error.
Ooh. And he covered his tracks with the letters.
The deaths of Aaron and Jenna Bauer left Dr. Montrose with a terrible decision to make. He could acknowledge his agency's mistake, but this would compromise his moral authority as a public advocate. Or he could cover up the evidence of his neglect and perhaps preserve his reputation at the expense of his integrity. Dr. Montrose chose the less noble expedient. What causes people to commit crimes of gross negligence? I've run across many motives in my day. Resentment, greed, indifference, callousness.
Oh, he is pouring it on.
To make the world a better place. His good intentions, it seems, have blinded him to the evil he has perpetrated. That's what makes him a tragic figure.
Why is she still sitting up there at the stand?
That's why it's so imperative.
She shouldn't be sitting up there. We're in a whole new case.
We have, Your Honor. In the case of gross negligence, we find the defendant, Stephen Montrose, guilty of charge.
She's still sitting up there. There's no reason for Wanda to be sitting up there.
Another victory for truth and justice.
Is it? Good Shepherd will go into receivership, and before long it'll be just another child welfare agency.
Montrose was a fraud, Jack. He got what he deserves.
But does his movement deserve to die? How many parents are going to lose their kids as a result of this decision?
Hey, it's not our job to second guess. Our job is to call them as we seize them. And trust
Seize
me,
them?
it'll all work out in the end. Come on, let's get a drink.
Yeah, alcohol makes people go into jail. Who's this?
Allison, you look great.
I feel great. I've even been running again.
What's on her
Where's
head?
Detective Curtis?
His daughter's birthday tonight. So, I'm guessing your recovery is going better than the last time we talked.
Last time we talked, I was in a coma. I've been seeing a hypnotherapist, of all things.
What?
Anything jog your memory? Sorry, I was terrible.
Is he trying to bang
No.
this?
I do remember running with Harrison. The orange overhead lamps and the trees. But that's it. Nothing after. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Trauma like this, there's often memory loss.
I still miss him, though. Harrison's family's been great. His father's been taking care of all the bills. And, of course, he's pleased as punch about his new grandson. We're calling him Brendan.
Good. We sort of wondered if the surprise grandbaby might be a problem.
Not at all. So we weren't married.
What
We
is-
were in high school. Things like this teach you. That stuff doesn't matter. Grandpa Bedford loves that boy to death.
Any more thoughts on who would have wanted to kill Harrison?
No. Everyone loved him. You really think someone targeted him? In the papers, they just call it a thrill kill.
Thrill kill?
Yeah, don't believe everything you read.
Well, thanks for everything, Detective. I'm sorry I can't help more.
Does this build up to the next case? I don't even know. I was so hyped. I'm just glad we got Stefan Montrez. Well, Gamer Nation, we got him on gross negligence. He's going to spend some time in the hammer. Or in the slammer, not the hammer. Hammer time. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope I can fix it. I don't know what happened there, but I will splice them together, hopefully. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Good night, gamers.